Hi, it's Zebarsis, and this is the 6th episode of the Teaching of Isaac. Now, one thing that I'm sure everyone is aware of when it comes to random numbers, sometimes they don't seem that random. Today is no exception because I have random Judas today. On my very first episode, I started with Samson, second episode, Judas. On my previous episode, Samson, and look who I got, Judas. It is what it is. And who knows, maybe I'll just kill myself really quickly because Judas is difficult to deal with sometimes. Odd mushroom. So this item is usually beneficial. Sometimes it hurts you. It's beneficial when you do not have many tier ups, because it gives you practically max tiers, and for your damage it kind of reduces it. In my scenario, since Judas already has a bunch of damage and I had no tiers up, this is a huge advantage to start off with. This still doesn't change the fact that Judas starts with 1 hit point, so you never know if the run's going to just end instantly. You have to always assume the spiders are going to do that giant leap. Keep as much distance as you can. And these jerks attack in every direction, so stay back. Try to get in between the tiers as they explode. And never be afraid to pop Book of Belial if you're in a dangerous situation. There's nothing I can do there. I got no bombs. Definitely want to take advantage of the line of sight there. It's a way you can sneak up on them without risk. Little Horn. Pop your Book of Belial. And with my tier rate, this will probably be a piece of cake. But again, 1 bomb and it's over. Either way, keep shooting, and if there's a troll bomb right next to you, you can move out of the way, but you can also shoot it. Here's a box full of all kinds of goodies. Rib of Greed prevents greed from popping up. So on the first floor, it's hard to decipher where the secret room is, because the layout's usually really weird. Thanks to the world, though, I won't have to guess where it is. Now, as for the Rib of Greed, one trick people are not usually aware of: drop the Rib of Greed, walk into the shop that you think Greed's going to be in or might be in. If Greed pops up, you fight him, you kill him, then you leave, you pick up the Rib of Greed again, walk into the same exact room. So you'll get the benefits and the coins from Greed, but then the shop will appear. So I actually drop the Rib of Greed every time I go to a new floor, and then once I finish exploring it, I pick it up again. I'm pretty sure it also works in the secret room as well, in case there's a greed fight there. Because sometimes when you go in the secret room, you immediately start a greed fight. I got 3 bombs, so I'm going to try to find the super secret room. But first I'm going to pop this pill. Okay, I won't have to bomb anything. And looks like I was wrong. I would have thought it'd be there, or here. And I Can See Forever reveals the super secret room and the secret room. So let's find out where it really is. Right here. Okay. Would have been my 3rd guess, which I only have 3 bombs anyway. Here's what I'm actually going to do with the bomb. I'm just going to blow this up, see what I get. Not what I was hoping for, but either way, I'm going to try another pill. Speed up. Make sure you're never close to a wall whenever you pop a pill, and only pop a pill at the end of the level. That way, if it's amnesia or curse of the maze, then you're not going to have to deal with it for the whole level. Curse of the blind again. And what's really great about that, sarcastically, is the devil deals here now. I'm probably going to get it, but I'll have no clue what it is. I can't risk it with one heart either. Speaking of risk, I could go in here and do the boss room. Oh no, I regret that. I really regret that. I should have committed. I don't know if I would have avoided it anyway. But too late for that. Who knows? This could be the run I die on. I mean, after all, not a single heart is even dropped. I'm kind of tempted to fight the bosses instead. I feel like they might be a little easier. Because bosses are predictable. Monsters really are not. When there's a huge assortment of them. Decisions. Or, there's also this. I can go in here and see what I get. But I also want to save my keys for the shop. Or not the shop, but the treasure room. So this is a crucial decision here. Risk it with the boss, risk it with the door, or risk moving on. I'm going to pray that one of these is a secret room that might give me a treasure. No go. Okay. Well, fine then. You know what? I've random Judas already. Let's go for it. I open them slowly because I don't know if it's going to be multiple troll bombs or not. Sorry for not really talking there, I had to focus. So something I just learned right now is if you drop the Book of Belial, even though you've used the effect looks like it stays with the book. So I lost my damage bonus by grabbing Pandora's box. That was a mistake, but I didn't know that. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and move on. I don't want to fight Greed. I don't expect to run into him. But I'm going to hang on to the rib. And now I got some bonus keys, so I'm going to check in here for some health. So this will re-roll absolutely everything. I'll get some new items. And it'll also re-roll pickups on the floor. I'm in a bad situation. I'd rather not lose the odd mushroom, but the question is it worth the risk? Everything's a risk at this point. So I choose to go for it, and I want to keep the safety scissors, but I think they might re-roll when I use this. But anyway, let's see what happens. And looks like it's paid off for now. I got experimental treatment. I got, it's not called the Liberty Cap. It's the other type of mushroom. I forgot the name, but either way, that increases my tier speed. And I got Guppy's tail. And look at that, 2 hearts. I'm going to survive now. The downside, though, is I've officially lost the Book of Belial. But this isn't really considered a Judas run anymore, since I've lost the Book of Belial, which is one of the most important aspects of Judas. It's almost like I'm another character now. Thanks to the I Can See Forever pill, it's revealed the secret room for me. Let's see what I get. I always skip this item. This causes you to constantly shoot and turns your movements of your attack into a crosshair. I don't like it. You get a tears up, but it becomes difficult to shoot your enemies. It's also dangerous because if you walk in a room like this, if you're too close to these barrels, you'd blow yourself up because you're shooting at it. So you have to be constantly aware of what you're doing. Against a stationary enemy, it's great, but how often do you encounter stationary enemies in the Binding of Isaac? Who knows? Let's go for it. Abel, the worst familiar in the game. He does jack squat. Well, to be fair, if you attack, he kind of follows you and he attacks in the mirror of where you're attacking, really. It kind of doesn't work well with the marked, though, because the marked is constantly firing and not triggering him unless you move the crosshair. But with Binding of Isaac, there's lots of really great items, but there's also plenty of very unhelpful items. But occasionally you do get the unhelpful item that happens to have an amazing synergy with something else. By the way, that trinket I picked up, the safety scissors, they make any troll bomb into a regular bomb, so that'll protect me from any random surprises. So come to think of it, if I don't get the Devil Deal this turn, maybe that's not such a bad thing. I can't see what the Devil Deal even is. So it's probably best if I just skip it anyway. So this could be worse, right? I'm going to spend some money, try to get some soul hearts. Cracked dice re-rolls your items if you get damaged enough, I believe. I haven't really used it much because I think it's really rare for the effect to happen. Here we go. Good old Monstro. Dependable Monstro. Predictable Monstro. Just stay away. When he jumps, start walking out of the way. And you can see his shadow, which just makes it easier. When he stops, he's either going to do one of 3 things. He'll either bounce again, he'll jump really high, or he'll shoot you. Just one of 3 things. So it's not much to worry about. Now, unfortunately, I did get the Devil Deal. And Mom's lipstick isn't that helpful. But if you collect 3 Mom items, you do transform into Mom, which gives you a knife that follows you from behind. It's hard to control, though. And there's the mystery deals. I am in no position to take this. I'm also not looking forward to the caves, so I'm not in a position to really handle the caves very well. My current assortment of items and my low amount of health. I'm going to go in the shop for the sole purpose of buying a soul heart. And he has coins in his eyes, so he's going to drop me a nickel most likely. So I usually bomb those if I have a good assortment of bombs. Now you may be thinking, Zabarsis, why don't you buy this 7-cent deal here? It's great, it's discounted, why don't you buy it? Well, curse of the blind, it could be a bag of pills, King Baby, or some other item I really would not want in this scenario. So I'm not going to buy it. The item pool is a lot smaller, or the shop pool rather, is a lot smaller than the treasure room pool. So it's a lot more likely I'll get an item I don't want. Just knowing what's in the pool ahead of time. So you can get this with a bomb. You have to be careful with the marked though, because it's constantly shooting. If I'm not careful, I could shoot the bomb into me, or make it bounce off a wall and hit me too. So drop the bomb, you push it. Fortunately, I didn't put it in the best spot. Is it worth it to trade 2 bombs for a key? In my case, it is. Yeah, you see how much harder it is to hit this guy when he's moving around everywhere? Don't like the marked. And no, you can't bomb this to try to get it. It's not going to be able to clear the gap. If for whatever reason the key's already in the pit, and I place a bomb near it, then it could spit out to the floor. But if it's on the floor, you can't shoot it past the gap by placing a bomb there. So it's going to take me too long to kill the fat bats. I need to focus down these spiders first. These fat bats are a really good distraction. Try to go after the other enemies in most cases. I hope this is another opportunity for me to re-roll my character, because I do not like the assortment of items I have. Guppy's nice, or Guppy's tail rather, but I don't want it. I don't want this setup of items. So here we go. Not the re-roll I was looking for. This re-rolls all the items in the room. So I'm going to pop Justice. It just turned 1 card into 4 items. And the moon, that teleports me to the secret room. I'll hang on to that. Now I'm not going to use this yet. I'm going to see if I can find more items to bring to this room. That way I can capitalize on the reroll. So the secret room is probably to the south. Problem is, it's hard to time my shots while I have them marked to blow up the boomfly immediately as it's going to the bottom. See, like that, I just accidentally killed him. But I can almost guarantee it's right here, based upon the layout. There's a room, this is blocked off. So I know it's not north. It's probably here. Just stay diagonally of these red flies and you'll be fine. Alright, we got a pill. Not gonna pop it though till the end of the level. Now, if this was too scary, I could use the moon card, to teleport out of here and skip it. Just because you can't progress from this point, so you know that the boss is not forward from here. But I got hit. I kind of wish I did use the moon now, because I no longer have a soul heart, so I'm completely exposed. But at the very least, I got the super secret room exposed. And that'll be good if I have a bad time coming up. In fact, I've been having a bad time most of the run here. I'm tempted to buy another Soul Heart just so I can preserve my potential Devil Deal chance. And you know what? I'm going to go for it. No Soul Heart, so I'm going to bomb this machine here. Also going to run away if there's spiders. Nope. I will take the Steam sale. Makes all shops half price. Shop items, rather. And there's my Soul Heart. So this is more evidence that the room I originally thought was the secret room is the secret room. Only one side is open. I'll save the moon card for later. I'll save these pills for later. You have to have a pretty fast reaction to play this game. When I saw them, I thought they were shooting left and right, but they're actually shooting up and down. So you gotta prepare and expect the unexpected. Okay, I got the blank card. That's nice. So any card I have, I can use it, and it's going to use the effect of the card without using the card. So if I didn't want to fight this, I could open all 3 chests, pop my blank card, and teleport myself out of there. I'll probably commit, but we'll see. Ah, curse the marked. I don't know why I'm dodging these soul hearts. I'm taking it. Alright, that was pretty good. Got a lot of pills to use. At least I know what that is. So don't try to be a hero and get in between those shots. Just stick to the side. Okay, let's see what boss we got. The Husk is pretty weak. He's just the dead version of the Duke of Flies. This is the champion version, so he spawns boom flies and he tends to attack in a spread. Normally I wouldn't be too afraid of boom flies, but with the marked, it's harder to control what I'm shooting at. But keep your maximum distance. That's usually what you want to do for most enemies in this game, whether it's a boss or a monster. Ah, that freaking poop just blocked me from moving down. But I got the pentagram, so everything's fine. By the way, for Guppy's tail, you get 3 Guppy items. You turn into Guppy, which transforms you into a flying cat that ruins everyone's day. Now for Guppy's tail, if I were to re-roll my items and Guppy's tail vanished, Guppy's tail will still count towards the transformation. Even though it's gone, as long as you pick it up at any point in the run, it contributes towards the Guppy transformation. That's the reason why if you pick up something like Guppy's head, which is an activatable item, and drop it again, it'll still count towards the transformation. Oh right, I have a large assortment of pills to try. There's amnesia. And the reason why you use pills at the end. The other one was something's wrong. It's useless. It makes black tar appear on the floor. It does practically nothing. Watch out for Horf. That's why you stay away from the walls when you're using unknown pills. I'm trying to remember if this pill is a speed up pill. I think it is. I'm going to go for it. Yes. Okay, that was totally worth it. I also forgot that I have an opportunity to reroll these items. However, I really want the keys, so I'm going to take those and reroll. That wasn't very much of a change. I was hoping for some chests. I'm also getting myself lost. Since I have 2 hearts as opposed to 1, the boss rush room is not open. You have to have 1 heart or less in order to get in. These portal rooms are challenging. They weren't always in the game. They added them in, and it drastically changed the difficulty of this game. When it first came out, I think there was no limit to how many monsters popped out. You just had to destroy the portal, and it was a mess. Now there is a limit, but it still makes it very challenging. So try to kill the portals if you can, but sometimes they spit out way too many enemies. So sometimes you need to focus down the enemies and just let the portals run their course. I thought he was going to die. Look at that, and yet another room that requires 2 keys. I still want to get rid of the marked. Before I proceed though, I'm going to use the moon, see where the secret room is, and if the secret room is right next to this, I can bomb my way in and save myself a key. That's it. So I know that the room that requires 2 keys is here. So I'm going to point my marked away from my body. That way I don't blow myself up with this bomb. And I just saved myself 2 keys. It's the key beggar. You need a ton of keys in order to capitalize on him. It's luck-based, but he almost never gives you his payout item unless you give him dozens of keys. Dozens. Because of the marked, and since I have the safety scissors that give me a lot of bombs, I'm going to be a little bit less restrictive on my bomb usage. Oh no, look out! Just kidding. Alright. It's the crooked penny. It's double or nothing. You use it, it doubles every item in the room, including treasure items, or it might destroy them all and just give you 1 penny. The 1 penny is a consolation prize. The crooked penny is usually very risky to use. However, if you have no money, you can't afford the shop items, but you want them, you can use the crooked penny and potentially get all those items for free, because it doubles it and you don't have to pay for the doubled items. That's what I'm going to save it for this floor. Now I got the blank card. These are 2 red-lined cards, and that means they have a pretty high chance of being something good. I'm definitely going to bomb my way to these. Ace of Hearts, not that great. Makes all items into hearts, but you can't choose what type of heart it is. And Ace of Clubs gives me extra bombs because it transforms items into bombs. Not what I was hoping for. So I'm going to have plenty of bombs for this run. By the way, these guys, they ruin your day because they just rain everywhere. So I wasn't able to accomplish it, but try to bait them to attack a spot that's way far away and then move somewhere else. In my case, it would have been best if I probably went to one of these corners, let them fire, and then run to a different corner. It's kind of hard though because they're in the way. Keep moving. Do not stay in the middle of their shots. Go to the side. Just sidestep it. So this is the part where I kind of wish I had the rib's greed still, or greed's rib. Then I could leave the room, grab the rib, come back, and it'd be a shop instead, and I can use the crooked penny. I'm going to play it safe. I'm not going to try the crooked penny in this room. Try to get extra money. I might not get anything. That guy does double damage. I'm going to focus him first. He did double damage because of his size. There's more double damage. The ones with the eyeballs also are faster than the ones without eyeballs. Fortunately, he's still alive. Okay. Every time they turn into a pile of mush, the next time they get back up, they're going to be a little bit weaker. So if you have a horrible build, if you do that long enough, eventually they'll turn into a pile of mush in one hit. Ace of Spades makes more cards drop. I like my safety scissors. I don't want to blow up the random super troll bombs. Now, I have not grabbed a devil deal yet, so I have a 50% chance of getting an angel deal. That does not apply to floor 2. On floor 2, you're going to get a devil deal and nothing else. But beyond that, if you don't grab a devil deal, you have a half shot of an angel room. There's a few ways you can boost your angel room chance. One is using the donation machine enough. There's trinkets that also boost it too. You can also give your money to a regular beggar, have him pay out, and your angel room chance will be increased. Angel rooms are only a good option if you don't have much health to spare to be able to buy regular devil deals. They're also good if you have Curse of the Blind, you have no idea what you're going to grab, because usually an angel room item, it's not going to be a detriment. And lastly, if you want to get Mega Satan, you blow up the angel statues and it drops part of the key, which is required to reach Mega Satan. But all that talk of an angel room, and we got another devil deal. Or devil room at least. It's not guaranteed a devil deal. Sometimes it could be Krampus or no deals at all. I believe it was episode 1. I said I always recommend Death's List. This is it right here. I still recommend it. Here's the issue. Death's List is dependent on shooting enemies and killing them in a specific order. I'm going to have a hell of a time killing them in a specific order. Because I'm constantly shooting, I'm not going to be able to choose my opponents very well. This is one of the few times I'm going to skip it. I also don't have that much health to spare. That would be another factor in me potentially grabbing it. Wow, what a nasty room. I did not expect to avoid all that. I probably should have just popped the moon and counted my losses, but I managed to dodge all that chaos. So I guess the lesson of that previous room is know your limits. If you know you can't handle a room like that and you have no reason to deal with that room, like in my example, I didn't have a reason to do that. I could have just used my moon card and got out of there. So just abandon it if it's too much and you know you don't have to go beyond it. So I'm thinking that the super secret room could be here. North and south is blocked off. This is all by itself. It could be by the boss. I got 9 bombs though. I'll give it a shot. You win some, you lose some. So far, these chests aren't worth it. So I tried killing that fly as fast as I could because I knew he was going to blow up. So I wanted to see if I can get the mushroom. Okay, it's time to leave, but let's see what these pills do. Verp spits out the last pill you used. You still keep the effects though. So I just got myself yet another speed up. Paralysis. This paralysis is the reason why you don't use pills in the middle of a fight that you don't know what they do. So it'll just stop you for a few seconds and the monsters will hit you. So I'm going to try the Ace of Hearts just one time. Well, I can actually use it 2 times. Let me show you. First, I'm going to find a room where I have maybe at least 2 items on the floor. No, only 1. Okay. Well, I'm going to drop the Ace of Clubs. I don't need extra bombs. And here's the Ace of Hearts. I'm going to use this. I was hoping for a soul heart. Didn't happen. I'm going to try it again. Nope. Okay, it's time to move on. Maybe I'll look for the super secret room on the way out. Right, I could have grabbed this trinket here and put it in the same room and re-roll 1 more item. I could be a little bit more careless with the bombs since I have extras. I have a pretty good supply now thanks to this trinket. So what would have been really cool is if I put this here, I dropped it on the floor, went back for the Ace of Hearts card and used it. It would have given me an extra black heart out of the deal. Time to move on. Curse of the Lost. Okay, that was a nasty setup. So I tried dodging the black worm, and in doing so, I knocked myself into the guy shooting brimstone. That was a pretty nasty setup. Now, if I had control of my tiers, I could focus fire some of those clumps instead of attacking all of them and having them explode in all directions. Reason number 35 why I'm not a fan of the marked. So finding a secret room during the Curse of the Lost is a big pain, but that's where the moon comes in handy. Before I pop that though, I'm going to go in the curse room. Now I have a choice to make. Keep the blank room, which could be useful with the blank card. Problem is the blank rune does several different types of effects. It's hard to make it do exactly what you want given the circumstance. But the moon is only so useful. I'm going to keep the blank rune. I'm going to pop it, hope for an algaes, and run out. Okay, I don't even remember what that was. That's alright. I'm keeping this for 3 things. Chance at a Yarrow rune, which doubles all items in the room. A Perthrow rune, which re-rolls the treasure items in the room. Or an algaes, which gives you 30-second immortality. If I find a specific rune I want, of course I'll use that instead. But in the meantime, the moon is only so helpful. So this room, rather this trinket, allows 2 treasure rooms, or rather 2 secret rooms to appear on each level. It's tempting. I might do it. I'm going to lose my extra bombs and have to face the wrath of the troll bombs, but I'm going to go for it. Normally, I'd recommend picking that up at the end of the level, but I don't want to deal with Curse of the Lost and misplace it. And there's a tinted rock here. Whole lot of chests. Alright, now we're talking. Cricket's Head gives you a huge damage boost. There are some circumstances where if you already have enough damaging type items, it doesn't give you much benefit. But oh boy, it's usually very helpful. So the Rosary does 2 things. 1, it gives you a bunch of soul hearts. And 2, it makes the Bible appear more often. I'm not sure if it affects my angel room chance or not. Here's the thing though, I need soul hearts. I'm really low. So I'm going to grab it. Okay, so that didn't increase my chance for an angel room like I thought it might. That's alright. I got the soul hearts. But now I'm gonna probably encounter the Bible more times than I want. So if you see the Bible, even if you don't want it, pick it up and then drop it again. That way it's removed from all the pools. By the way, the push pin just gives you piercing shots every so often. Doesn't happen that much though. Well, this is an interesting room. I'm going to open you, and then I'm going to use the blank rune, see if I get a Yura. Nope. All I got were a bunch of spiders and flies. That one I know is Burkano. That's the name of that rune I used. By the way, that's a very rare champion knight. It's a very fast version with Isaac's head on the back of it. not hard to deal with it once you've dealt with it enough, really. What a mess. I probably should have attacked the black poop right away, because that would have disoriented the enemies. Probably should have tried to use my card. Maybe I'll get a Yetta rune, which will give me another soul art. Let's try it. So that one right there, it could spawn either a pit to the next level or a crawl space. Either way, I don't have the devil room item yet, or an angel room item, or even the boss item, so no need for me to go down there right now. Meh, it's a lot of work for a brown chest. Okay, now that's scary. It's a champion version of the Isaac Knight. And he blows up when he dies. As you play, you'll start to memorize what colors of champions do what. Some of them, in fact, I'd say most of them are kind of negligible as to what they do. Pretty much the easy version is, if you see a champion, know that it's going to do a full heart of damage to you if you get hit by it. So watch out. But the two biggest ones to focus on probably is the light blue ones that you just saw blow up, and the dark green ones, which also blow up. I'm just going to see what happens. Range down. Okay. Well, I already got a range up earlier, so I'll be fine. I'm checking for the super secret room here. I can't see anything because of Curse of Loss, so I'm just guessing. Mom's Locket. You open a locked item, and it gives you half a heart. Spider Mod's good. You can see what type of... Well, you can see how much health the enemy has. He also runs into foes and does a random stat effect on them. Spider Mod is based upon the Spider Mod for the original Binding of Isaac. Oh yeah, I do have the blank card, so I want to give this a try. Another Ace of Hearts. I don't need it. Okay, moving on. I'm saving my blank rune in case I get Perthrow. And reroll whatever item I don't want. So don't stand in line of sight with these guys. So they'll move. So I know they're next to each other. They're going to shoot towards each other with the brimstone. So don't get in their way. I'll take it. This will give me a tears up. Now my tier speed is maxed. Alright, good enough. I will head out of here. Hello, darkness, my old friend. Watch out for the purple flames, because they'll shoot a homing bullet at you. I didn't even see it because it's so dark, but there's a room here with 2 locks. Should I try to reroll my items? Questionable at this point because I got Cricket's head, but let's take a look. Not even a reroll. Now take advantage of all your bombs. I'm pushing all the chests together. I'm also going to push them towards this key. Make sure every bomb counts. How about a Yara? Nope. So what's great about the blank rune, sometimes when you use it, it just gives you an extra.
Answers.
Look at that. It also used answers, which reveals the entire level. So I'm going to try again.
Degas.
Degas cures your curse. Didn't get what I was going for, or what I was aiming for rather. But hey, I wasn't too shabby. I'm going to leave the items there and keep coming back and try to get a Yara rune. And thanks to the Yara, you see how there's 2 secret rooms thanks to my trinket as well. So that kind of works as a good combination. But even without that, I could usually tell where the secret room is. What do we have here? I guess I can't complain about these golden chests too much, because after all, I did get Cricket's head out of it. These are the hardest traps in the game to deal with. I have very little advice for you. In this case, you can use this to protect yourself. You can get out of line of sight so those bullets won't hit. They're not usually there though. It'll shoot diagonally, then straight, diagonally, then straight. It'll continue that. It's really hard to deal with it, especially when you're running from monsters at the same time. Keep playing. You'll get used to it eventually. Or at least you'll get better at it. You never really get truly proficient at dodging it. You just get better and better. I might just keep the High Priestess. That pretty much guarantees any boss I fight is going to get demolished. Now don't use the High Priestess when you're all alone in a room. Otherwise, Mom's foot will come crush you. Something I've also not mentioned is you could drop a bomb on CHUD and he will blow up. It's okay. Unless your bombs are really powerful, it doesn't really help too much usually. I guess it helps if it's a champion that is really fast, but he was the slow champion. Forget-me-not, that re-rolls the whole floor and you tried the floor again. So if you ever use that, clear the entire level first and then use it. You want to make sure you grab the devil room item and the boss room item and the treasure room item in the shops. That way you don't waste using it. I'm saving the blank rune now. I'm going to try to re-roll this. I don't want to lose my blank card by grabbing this. Alright, Hagalaz destroys all the rocks and other destructibles. I'm still going to hang on to this. Going to try to re-roll that item till the end. Kill the biggest one first. Very deadly. Don't be a hero. Don't be trying to cross these spikes while fighting these guys. Stick to one side. Or if you have to, if for some reason both of them end up on the same side as you, then run across and just shoot them across like this. But don't be passing back and forth through these spikes constantly. You're just going to get yourself hurt. I'm going to attempt to re-roll the Forget-Me-Not.
Hagalaz.
Got Hagalaz again. It's not over yet. I'm going to keep trying. By the way, if I recall, using the High Priestess card doesn't work when fighting Mom, because after all, Mom is the one that deals the damage. I don't remember if she comes and crushes you or if nothing happens, but either way, I remember don't use it during the Mom fight, because you'll waste it. By the way, what you just saw there is, it's a rare circumstance, but one enemy has a crown above its head. During that time, everyone's a lot faster and a little bit beefier. If you kill the guy at the crown, everyone loses their effect. Problem is, the guy at the crown is usually in the back, so it's difficult for that to happen. But if you do kill the guys that are really fast, usually you get a battery out of the deal, like you just saw right now. I'm not going to use the battery yet, though. I'm going to wait till I have a completely empty charge to make the most out of the battery. Hoping for a re-rolling machine since I have all this money, but at least I get deep pockets and I get the charge baby. Deep pockets allows you to hold 2 different cards. What this means is I actually get to save the High Priestess and the blank rune together. And the charge baby every so often will give you a charge on your activatable item. I think it also might drop more batteries. Okay, I really want to use my Yarrow rune here because it's going to double every single chest. But I still want to get rid of this Forget-Me-Not. Nope, let's try again. I got 2 blink runes now. There we go, I finally done it. Problem is, it's an item that's useless for me right now. If you get damaged, you spill the milk and your tier rate goes up. Problem is, my tier rate's maxed. Until I can find a way to get beyond 5 using very unique items, that's not going to help me in any way, shape, or form. Right now I'm mostly exploring the other rooms just so I can charge up my blank card. By the way, if you ever charm a portal for any reason, whatever it pops out permanently joins you. They don't last that long though, they die pretty easily. And the goat hoof speeds up your movement speed. I'm already fast enough, I'm going to keep the fragmented card. I think the only reason why I charmed that portal is because of Spider Buddy, or the spider mod here. Okay, I'm switching to the blank rune. Gonna try the blank card. One more time, going to attempt to re-roll this treasure item to something better.
Answers.
I did it. Lazarus's rags. Well, I'll just take it. If I die, I respawn as Lazarus. The respawned or resurrected version of Lazarus is a lot more damaging than the regular Lazarus. Faster too. That's only going to mean for me pretty much just a cushion in case I do die by accident. I'm still going to try for the Jarrow rune or the Yarrow rune. Here we go.
Degas.
Nope. I got one more shot at this.
Answers.
Didn't get it, but I'm going to buy this card in case it's good. That's good. That's really good. What's good about the Empress is it'll permeate through the whole room, as in I can keep damaging all the enemies with the Empress, because the Empress just gives you a solid damage up and a speed up for the room. High Priestess only targets one enemy, and that's it. So High Priestess is great for boss, the Empress is great for collective groups. I'm going to keep this, and I'm going to get rid of the blank rune and hope for another Yarrow. Wasn't meant to be. There it is, the Bible. Puts in every single item pool when you grab the rosary. Right, I don't have any keys. I can't even use that. And don't use unknown pills when you know Mom is around the corner. If it's a teleport pill, it can teleport you to the Ayamera rune if you're really unlikely. I mean, if it's really unlikely for that to happen, rather. But it could happen, and if you do that, you don't get to choose the Polaroid or the negative, and your run ends short. Okay, I'm moving on. Wish I had some more keys. I'm just gonna bomb this just to see what I get. A lot of money, but I can't really do anything with it. See how she crushed the tinted rock there? So if you see a tinted rock and don't want to waste a bomb, then bait her to it. Stick to the center. If you get too close to the doors, she might slap you with her hand. Plus, a lot of things pop out of the doors anyway, so there's no good reason to get close to it. It's not much space to work with, but you get used to it. Well, angel rooms just aren't happening. Now I'm taking the Polaroid, 'cause this run is not that great. I'm not as strong as I would like because of the marked. Makes it hard to aim, so I'm going to play it safe. Now comes the question. Do I want to give up my blank card ability to be able to use the nail? The nail gives you a soul heart every time you use it, but it's a 6 charge item. It also gives you a little bit of a damage boost and a speed down when you use it. But the issues are that it's going to cost me 2 hearts, and I won't have the blank card anymore, which I can use the Empress and the High Priestess for. I think for the long term, the nail is my best option, and since it's going to cost me 2 hearts, I'm going to take the Dimensional Baby and steal this 2 heart deal for 1 heart. Take it nice and slow. Goodbye, blank card. I enjoyed our time together while it lasted. One aspect of the nail that I forgot to mention is once you use it, you can break through rocks. Be careful doing this on the womb because there are several exploding rocks and they'll hurt you. Liberty Cap is helpful if you don't already have max tears. It's one of the forms it transforms you into. Well, not transforms necessarily, but one of the random effects it has is it gives you a lot of tears up. But it's capped at 5, like where I'm at right now. So I'd rather have my bonus secret rooms. Okay, and we got 2 stone chests. Let's do it. That was a little disappointing, but at least I got a soul heart out of it. So this chub's a lot quicker. He's smaller too, so he's harder to hit. So on second thought, I think I might actually ditch this trinket Because although I won't gain the benefits of the odd mushroom that's small, which gives you the tears up, there is a large mushroom that can possibly be the random effect the trinket gives. And that'll give me some damage at least. And during that fight, I made no profit pretty much, since I got damaged after I picked up the soul heart. Okay, I'm picking this up. I'm also going to gamble and see if the secret room's here. I can't tell since it's Curse of the Lost. Well, this is interesting. If I had my blank rune, I could use it and hope for an Algiz and break all 4 of these donation machines potentially and get a lot of HP ups. But for now, I'm going to have to leave it alone. Maybe if I'm lucky, I'll find an Algiz rune. Another reason why I hate the Mark, he will keep attacking you until you stop attacking, but it's so hard to turn my weapon around. I was going to try to save this for a room with a bunch of rocks, but I need the soul hearts now. I want this, but I want to save my keys for the chest. Anytime you open a golden chest on the chest level, it's going to be a treasure item. So I'm better off saving that. I'm going to give this a try as well. Nope. These are some weird rooms. This is definitely not worth the risk. Even trying to bait them, that's just too hard. And any mistake you make during the womb and above is a full heart. So you gotta be cautious. Well, this room's a little silly. Seems pretty pointless. Maybe that means the super secret room's here. Nope. It's just pointless. These chests are really tempting me. But I have to hold strong. I want to keep at least 4 keys minimum. That way I can open the 4 chests right at the start of the chest. The world is useless when you have Curse of the Lost. Don't try it. So I'm going to save my High Priestess card either for Isaac or Blue Baby. I'm not sure which one yet. So I have the nail now so I can run through everything. Just be careful not to run into any rocks with a bomb in them. And watch out for the funny shaped rocks, since they could blow up if you walk into them. There is a tinted rock here, though. I said I don't want any golden chests. Come on. And I'm going to take the battery. I'd leave it for the end if it weren't for Curse of the Lost, though. I might not remember where it is. Ooh, another battery. Do I spend a key? Yeah, I'm going to spend it. Health is good. But I don't want to make this trade deal. That's 1 bomb, which costs a key. Just not worth it. Definitely want to prioritize keys in most scenarios. Okay, so as you can see, I'm a little bit bigger. I deal a little more damage. And that's why I'm keeping this Liberty Cap in the off chance this happens. Liberty Cap can also randomly reveal the floor. but it's not going to matter at the moment due to Curse of the Lost. The nail gives me damage, but I'm saving it only when I lose a soul heart. Mr. Fred's an easy boss. In my case, because of the mark, I don't have to stand in front of him. That's where it's dangerous, or the most dangerous rather, because he shoots a big blob. So in my case, I can just go to the corner and just laugh at him. Normally you'd fight him by standing here. He shoots his big blob ball out and you just get out of the way. And don't walk back until the red creep clears. Now, this is an HP up. I don't really need it. If I take it, in fact, the negative that I picked up before is not going to attack every time I get damaged. So it's actually going to hurt me by taking this HP up. Curse of the Lost yet again. I don't know where I'm going. Having all this red on red makes it difficult, and it makes it hard to aim with the marked. A lot of times I don't even focus on the cursor or the crosshair. I focus just on where Isaac's firing his tears. I'm probably going to get hit. Oh, good. They have a pit in front of them blocking them. Otherwise, they were just going to walk into me and then spit their heads out, and I would have been hit for sure. Oh boy, they all have their eyeball showing, so they're all going to move at rapid speed. I tried walking over as many of these items as possible, the destructibles, while I had the shield around me. By the way, I forgot. I thought I had the negative, but I actually have the Polaroid, so that just gives me slight immortality whenever I get damaged. Or temporary immortality. So it's even more of a reason to avoid the heart that I ignored earlier. Okay, I'm just tempted. I'm going to run through as many of these things as possible. And the results are in. A few hearts. I was hoping for a placenta. But then again, that goes back to what I said earlier. If I got placenta, then I'd have a heart, and therefore the Polaroid would not trigger anymore. So maybe it's good that the placenta didn't drop. I might have picked it up thinking I wanted it, when in reality I didn't. There's two ways to get this pill. Option 1, sneak in. Option 2, if you're not comfortable with that, bomb your way in. But it's a range down, I don't want it. Well, let's see what we got. So I could use this golden chest and fight a bunch of bosses, or I can grab one of the free ones that are on the field in a different room. Or I could ignore all three of them and move on. If you couldn't guess, that's the option I'm going with. These guys aren't that much of a risk anyway, but kill them quick before they become unleashed. What do we have here? Could this be a reroll room that I'm looking for? No. I am, however, going to bomb these guys, get some money, and more of a devil deal chance. And no, killing them if you kill multiple shopkeepers in the same floor, they do not stack. You can only get the benefit of killing one shopkeeper for a devil deal chance. Oh, this is going to be a while. Alright, that wasn't too bad. Just a little time consuming. So I don't think I've talked about much strategy with these eyeballs. Although I did get hit, just make sure you're constantly moving when they're shooting their lasers. Now, the ones that shoot the brimstone, those eyeballs are a little bit more challenging. You kind of have to wait at the right time to stop and then start running. If you just run at top speed, they're going to hit you. So that was a really good time for me to have my ability recharged thanks to the baby battery. Gave me a chance to blow up those rocks or destroy them and give myself a little more room to run around. So I can't see the map, but that's probably the secret room. Or the super secret room, which is great in my case because I have a lot of money. So the blasting cap, that makes a bomb, an extra bomb drop every so often when you drop a bomb. By an extra bomb, I mean a pick-upable, so you can actually grab the extra bomb. So it's kind of like you save a bomb every so often. Broken Ankh has a chance to resurrect you as the blue baby if you die. It's a low chance though, it's not worth it to hold on to it. Isaac's head's a generic trinket, just shoots a little bit, shoots an extra tier, it's like an extra familiar, not that great. And Burkano summons some spiders and flies. Not very lucrative. Now what happened? Did I lose my card? I did. Forgot I had deep pockets. Almost lost the Empress. So I'm going to save my nail and use it during the fight. That way I'll have a little more damage. Wait, why am I bombing these? I already found the super secret room right here. And I will use... I'm not going to use either card. I'll just use the nail. I was trying to put myself in a position to where I could utilize the dimensional baby to deal extra damage, but it just made me walk into the tier. So this is Mom's Knife. It's one of the best items in the game. It's very versatile, does a lot of damage. There's a lot of synergies that it negates, as in you may have a really cool tier synergy, but then you pick up Mom's Knife and it doesn't stack. It just does what Mom's Knife normally does. Now in my case, that's going to be a benefit. I hate the marked. This is going to get rid of the marked. Now I just have Mom's Knife. Mom's Knife is one of the most damaging items in the game. Almost no matter how bad your run is, Mom's Knife will make it better. There are some exceptions to that rule. One being, if you have the tiny planet, when you shoot your knife out, it shoots it in a very weird way that's really hard to aim. Or soy milk. Soy milk gives you a really fast tear rate. Tear rate is not helpful for the mom's knife. That just means you could charge it a little bit quicker. But besides that, for the most part, it just makes every run better. So I got the Polaroid. I am going to the cathedral. I'm sure it cost me 3 soul hearts, but mom's knife will solidify this win. Oh no, it's the Haunt. One of the scariest bosses in the game. What am I gonna do? I generally don't bother with the cursed room when I'm past the womb due to the full heart damage. When you walk in and you walk out, that's 2 full hearts of health. It's not worth it. If I had some way of getting in without getting hurt, then it might be worth it. But in my case, absolutely not. I'm pretty sure I already have the Steam sale. I do. So if I had access to the shop, it would actually make every item in the shop free. I know that doesn't really make sense if you think about it. Because if it's 50% off and then another 50% off, that doesn't mean free normally. But this is the Binding of Isaac, so who cares? Be quick, and you won't have to worry about the traps. You can also use the nail to break urns as well. I like using it during the depths, because you can smash all the skulls and get a bunch of dark hearts out of the deal. He's probably just going to give me an HP up. Since I wouldn't want an HP up normally, I'd probably just bomb him to increase my devil deal chance, but there's no devil deals beyond the womb. So I just gambled hoping he would drop something besides an HP up, but there it is. That's dinner, and I don't want dinner. I'm loving all these batteries. I am loving all these batteries. So I want to show you something interesting. I don't know if I'll be able to pull it off exactly, if the spider mod might ruin it, but here's what I want to show you. Notice Isaac is not even attacking me. He's neutral. The only reason why he's fighting us is because we're the ones attacking him. Does this make us the monster? You see the beams of light get in the corner. Even as he's teleporting, you can still damage him. Oh, I forgot. I could have used the Empress or the High Priestess. Well, I'll use both on my next fight. And this is why I saved the keys. These items are alright. Spawns extra spiders and slows down with the creep. He charges every so often. This disorients the enemies when you hit them, sometimes. And Rainbow Baby is just an extra familiar. So the Sad Onion gives you a tears up. My tears are maxed. I gain nothing from that. I'm just saving it in case I happen to get an item that increases my tier delay, or reduces it rather. It's very unlikely though. I think this will give me a treasure item and hurt me. Let's find out. Yes. Backstabber, you hit your enemy in the back and they start bleeding. Pretty irrelevant when you kill them instantly though. And you see the power of Mom's Knife. It's super strong. Fate's Reward is another familiar, but the familiar shoots your tears. Now, unfortunately, it doesn't mean it shoots a Mom's Knife. It's going to shoot tears if I had a tear effect. So if Mom's Knife didn't exist, my tears would look like what you see right now off of the blue familiar. You don't always want to do a fully charged attack with the knife. If they're a fat enemy, you can do a bunch of little stabs and deal a lot more damage. You can also get close to them and try to stab them. The issue though is it's very risky, so that's why I avoid doing that. But if you have a shield around you where you're immortal, then I definitely stab them like that. Red chests, unfortunately, don't give you a treasure item. This game does require a lot of skill, but there's certain rooms in this game where you have to have the right build, otherwise you're going to die. So before I kill Gluttony here, if you want a specific item off of one of these guys, Greed, Lust, or Gluttony, save them for last. Let's say, for example, you want the virus off of Lust, which doesn't always drop, but save Lust for last and kill it, and it might drop the virus. Or alternatively, if you leave Gluttony for last, you might drop the heart. Not this time, but he did drop some hearts. But either way, you can control which item you may get. So your room, like with those guys there, would have decimated me if I wasn't really strong. Minecrafter summons a barrel, very useful early game, useless right now. So let's see right now. I'm going to try to get the virus. There it is. Now the virus, it actually slows you down a hair when you take it, but when you run to enemies you can poison them. I believe there's also a rare chance if you kill them while they're poisoned that you get a dark heart, but I think it's very rare. I'll just pick it up. Money equals power. The more money you have, the more damage you deal. Stick to the left and right of these guys. That way you don't have to worry about getting a brimstone to the face. Monster Manual summons a random monster. I picked up so many books that I've turned into the bookworm. Now every so often I will shoot out a second knife. D12 rerolls rocks. There are no rocks in this level. Not very helpful, obviously. Let's go kill this guy. Now, in case I get Delirium, however, I'm going to save both my cards. I've already won. Called it. There's Delirium right there. And I'm very strong, so I'm going to go ahead and do it. This run has definitely taken a huge turn. Now the portal that I went through only appears when you've defeated Hush for the first time. If you don't know who Hush is, you access Hush by beating It Lives or Mom's Heart within 30 minutes. only choose to go to the Void and fight Delirium if you have a very strong build. As well as a lot of defensive items, because no matter how strong you are, Delirium has some body armor where the stronger you are, the more damage he reduces. So be wary of that. Don't get cocky. And first try. Pop High Priestess, pop the Empress, and here we go. I'm saving my nail for when I get damaged one time. And anytime I get hit, I'm going to have a shield. During that time, I need to shove the knife into Delirium's face. Just like that. Problem is, Delirium runs around everywhere. You could deal the most damage to Delirium while he's in his normal form that you just saw. I believe the body armor I referred to earlier either goes away or is not as strong during that phase. So the only way I could have avoided that is if I ran away. I didn't react in time though. Normally for the Isaac fight you go in the corner, but there's so many waves you just run. And you see how often I'm getting hit? This is why you must have the right build for this. I'm not saying I'm the best player in the world, but I'm really good and I get hit a lot during the Delirium fight. It's pretty natural. However, at this point, I could technically just charge at him the remainder of the time because he's about dead. But I'm going to at least persevere and continue to dodge if I can. And lights out for Delirium once again. Thank you for joining me on episode 6. And I hope you enjoyed this video. Please subscribe and hit the like button if this has helped you in any way. I think regardless of your skill level, I'm pretty sure you might learn something. I mean, after all, even I learned something during this run that I didn't even know about. Please join me for episode 7, coming soon.